Spyro the Dragon, it's here on Game Pass. That's right. Again, the Activision Blizzard acquisition continues to pay off. And Spyro the Dragon, just another reason to get Game Pass. It's here. It dropped today officially. So very, very excited. We're going to go over it. We're going to talk about why I think it's just fun and it just brings continued value. I'd also like to discuss what other classic games you'd like to see added to Xbox Game Pass. And if you think it's smart to focus on these nostalgic type of games, these games that we grew up with, do you think that that brings on additional Game Pass subscribers? Then I want to go over Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones dropped an extended gameplay trailer, and I want to share my thoughts with you there. Hint, I'm more excited for Indiana Jones than I've ever been. I go back and forth on this game, but this trailer really just seems to hit the tone correctly. It really seems to hit exploration correctly. They really emphasize exploring, solving puzzles, handcrafted levels, getting lost in this experience that is Indiana Jones, being Indiana Jones. So let's go over that. Let's talk about it. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. My name is X1 the Gamer. We're dropping videos like this every single day. If you haven't yet, also head over, subscribe to the X1 Daily Podcast. That's the X1 Daily Podcast. These come in podcast form over there. And if you are listening there, rate, review, and subscribe to us there. Very much helps us out, and I appreciate it. Okay, so let's drop into it. Spyro, the Reignited Trilogy. It dropped today. That's right. It is now on Game Pass. And yesterday, Xbox Game Pass actually dropped a little teaser where they shared a video and they asked, hey, who's left this chest here? And it's clearly a chest from Spyro. I think it's huge. I really like this move. I think, yes, this is an Activision Blizzard game, but I think doing this type of stuff does appeal to gamers who, for instance, I would not go out necessarily and buy the trilogy, the Spyro trilogy, but having it on Game Pass, it's just one more reason to own Game Pass in my mind. So the question that I have for you guys is, what other classic games or characters would you like to see added to Xbox Game Pass? For myself, we talked about this last week. Warcraft 2 is being redone. I think adding Warcraft 2 to a Game Pass would be huge. You remember, when we're talking about Game Pass, we're talking about PC Game Pass and we're talking about the Ultimate Game Pass where it's both on PC and console. And there's no reason that a Warcraft 2 could not be on console. It's built correctly. I don't imagine developing the control system for it would be very difficult at all. So I hope that we do see that. I hope we see more games in that direction. Another nostalgic game that I would love to see be redone, which you can access it. I just want to see like a high definition version. Does that make sense? Is a redesigned version of it, an updated version is Fusion Frenzy. Absolutely love that. But yeah, I do. I think having we have Crash Bandicoot that made it to Game Pass. Awesome. Been playing that with my kids. Spyro is right up there with that as well. You've got games like Tony Hawk as well. I think it's good. I do think it's good. I think that it's good for Game Pass. Let me know what you guys think. What other classic games or characters would you love to see added to Xbox Game Pass? And do you think Xbox is focused on nostalgic? I can't say the word. Nostalgic franchises and new gameplay reveals is the right move to attract a broader audience? I do. I absolutely do. I think this is the key to Game Pass and the strategic powerhouse that Game Pass really is. You don't need banger AAA games all the time to be dropping. Games like this go and fill a niche. Games like this go and get you Game Pass subscribers. I think it's genius, and I think it's the right move, 100%. I mean, and Activision Blizzard, but they've got such huge libraries. Xbox has at its disposal libraries that a library that 5 years ago was unimaginable. Man, apologies. I'm struggling. The day off, it makes it so you can't speak. What is happening there? Anyways, Spyro is here. Would love to know if you guys are playing it. Let me know in the comments below. And that brings us to Indiana Jones. And for those of you that are watching, I just pulled up the trailer. This is the extended trailer, the extended gameplay trailer that they dropped of Indiana Jones. They dropped it early this morning, and it looks really good. They really focus here on two things. So first thing, two things that really stood out to me. First one is the linear. The levels are all handcrafted and very linear. We expected that. We knew that was coming. But what they're showing off in these levels, the way when you interact with objects and items, Indy is talking to himself, and it's very puzzle oriented. And I wouldn't say puzzle is the right word. Problem solving oriented, similar to what an Indiana Jones movie experience is like. You're watching Indiana Jones. It's not an action movie. There's some action involved, just like in this game. But for the most part, it's solving these crazy, mysterious puzzles, and that's exactly what is happening here. I mean, if you're looking on screen right now, you're finding arms that move on statues, that open doors, or paintings and stuff like that. Super cool. Really showed that off in this extended trailer. And the other thing that really stood out to me was that there are going to be open areas, and in these open areas, and they say it in the trailer, you are encouraged to go off the beaten path and explore stuff. And so one of those open areas that they use is Egypt and the pyramids, and it shows Indiana Jones then exploring inside of the pyramids, and there's this scene where he walks out and you see the pyramids off in the distance, and that's where they talk about there are some open areas, and in these open areas where you're encouraged to explore, you're rewarded for exploring. And I think that's a good balance, because being just strictly linear, which appears to be most of the levels, yes, it would be good. Yes, it looks like an excellent experience, but throwing in a few open areas where you can go and explore and problem solve and be a badass archaeologist is amazing. What made me laugh is they did say, like, you're gonna be one of the best archaeologists ever. Makes you feel like was such a cool archaeologist, and it's like, well, that dude you just shot someone. Like, archaeologist job, I think, in real life is actually really boring. So what Indiana Jones here is not an archaeologist necessarily, right? Like, he is, yes, technically, but that's not what this game is about. Overall, if you haven't seen it, it's what is it? It's like a 15-minute video approximately. Go watch the whole extended trailer, and I would be curious after watching it if you are more excited or less excited than you were before. For me, my final verdict here on the extended gameplay trailer, plus seeing what we've seen in the past, but this one specifically, it just hit correctly, and I am more excited than I've been for Indiana Jones. It looks like a fun experience. It looks like they nailed atmosphere for sure. It looks like it's going to be a fantastic game. After watching this, this made me more excited for Indiana Jones as a whole. So definitely go check it out. You can go over to the Xbox page over on YouTube and check it out. You could also just Google Indiana Jones extended gameplay. It'll pop up everywhere. It's the big news for today. But yeah, would love to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Again, my name is X1 the Gamer. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. We do this all the time. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.